Hi everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, medical doctor. Welcome to another video. I want to share with you in this video a story which I thought was completely insane. That somebody I met at a recent family event I went to relayed to me his experience with a primary care doctor. And it is terrible on so many different levels. And I want you all to hear it and tell me what you think afterwards of this particular interaction. I talk about a lot of issues like this, including the failures of our healthcare system and how everybody can strive to think outside the box and achieve good health themselves in my regular free newsletter. If you're not already signed up for that, please do so. Link is down below in the description. Okay, so what happened? There I was at a family event. It was a marvelous day. We had dinner and then everybody started to mingle. And I met this person and he is in his late 20s. I think he's 28 years old. And he knows that I'm in the medical field. And he said to me, I have to share with you what happened during a recent medical interaction. But he resides in the United States. This family event actually was overseas, but it had a lot of people attending who are from the USA. So anyway, there he is. He's otherwise completely healthy. He's in very good shape in his late 20s. And he went for his annual physical. I don't think he regularly goes to see the doctor, but he did want to go for the annual physical. So he said to me, you will never believe what happened. So I went to the annual physical. I wanted certain lab tests done. I think he wanted one particular lab test done that ended up being a bit of a fight with his primary care doctor to get it done. It seemed like a very straightforward and good test to get done anyway. He told me about that. And then he said that he was examined. And then afterwards, his doctor sat down with him and went through a checklist. Listen to this. The doctor didn't look him in the eye and have a conversation about how he's doing. Tell me, how is everything going with your job? Are you feeling okay about everything? How's your diet? How's your exercise? No, of course not. This is not what I would call establishment doctor, who's very much part of the system. Sadly, unfortunately, many doctors out there just follow whatever is protocol and whatever their tick boxes and whatever their computer says. So this doctor looked up at him and the only thing that he had to say to him was, well, it is recommended that you receive the flu and the COVID shots. Remember, this was a few months ago, it happened during the winter. So this was all he had to say to him. And this person relayed to me how utterly shocked he was that he could go to a doctor in good faith thinking, I'm going to see a professional who is going to talk to me about my health and well-being. He's going to get labs done. Okay, that's fine. Get labs done. And then he'll sit down with me and talk to me about my health and well-being. But this was all he came away with. Think about this. 28-year-old, completely healthy. And the only thing that this establishment doctor had to offer him was an influenza and a COVID shot, neither of which, of course, according to risk, and many would say even without risk, there would be other questions as well about various efficacy concerns. But anyway, that's all this doctor had to offer him. And what can I say? I mean, it makes me feel a variety of emotions here. It makes me feel frustrated at what on earth has the medical profession become. It makes me feel angry as well that this is the experience of so many thousands, probably millions of people. And what on earth happened? Obviously, this was in the United States. I'm sure many people in the United Kingdom and other Western countries would say the same thing. What has happened to primary care medical doctors? I remember actually when I was growing up in our village in England, the primary care doctor was known to the whole family, to the whole community. They would do house calls and they were full of common sense. There was none of this protocol following, tick boxes glued to their computer screen, talking like complete robots. And it's so very sad. And this is why primary care is in so much trouble. I'm not saying, of course, that all primary care doctors are bad people. I know many primary care doctors who are completely stuck in the system. They're trying their best to do a good job, but far too many just want to go through their robotic protocol. And this is why I believe the medical profession is in so much trouble. I mean, what are you doing for people a lot of the time? Are you really focused on health and well-being, or are you simply fulfilling all of the tick boxes that your authority has given to you with no common sense whatsoever? I mean, how on earth could this doctor sit down with a 28-year-old and not even engage in a good discussion about health and well-being? And the only thing they had to offer this 28-year-old, this is the medical profession of today, is a COVID shot and a flu shot to someone who's 28 and in perfect health. Think about how much we have fallen as a medical profession. And it begs the question, which is on the lips of millions of people out there, what is the point of going to a doctor? I've shared many times that since I've been in the United States, I haven't registered with a primary care doctor. Obviously, I accept that I'm in a unique position as a doctor. Many people have no other choice but to go through the system and see these establishment protocol following doctors with zero common sense who are only going to mindlessly talk like robots about what people should do instead of actually doing what they should do as doctors, sitting down, having a face-to-face discussion. How are you? Displaying empathy and compassion. I'm here to help you. Tell me about your health and well-being. Tell me about how you're doing with work. Tell me about your stress. No, I'm not going to push pills on you. I'm trying to guide you towards better health and well-being. This is why I really believe the medical profession is on the verge of complete collapse. I think it's coming, especially with game-changing technologies like artificial intelligence, AI, which I've talked about recently. I think that in many ways, AI is going to be a great thing because that particular person that I talked to at that event, it was very obvious. He was thinking, well, what's the point? Millions of people are going to think the same thing. I can just go on my computer currently, or for the last few years, use Google, now throw AI into the mix. And what is the point of doctors a lot of the time to solve problems when clearly they're not there to solve problems. They are there to check boxes. That's it. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. That's all I got to say about that. Feel free to share with me your stories down below in the comments. I'm sure you have lots of stories to share as well. And I make these videos not to appear like I'm always complaining, wanting to be negative. Absolutely not. I'm not a negative person. I want things to be better. And I think the system is so terrible. I think the medical profession is not only completely lost, but collectively their minds are broken. And we need a complete and utter rethink. If being a doctor is about true health and well-being, then we have gone drastically wrong. Big change is needed. And I'm sure big change is going to come from the bottom up because millions of people out there are utterly fed up of this completely useless system and going to doctors and having a completely useless interaction that was a waste of time and didn't really address health and well-being. All right, everyone. Thanks again. Do check the links in the description down below for my website, all the other work I do, and our natural supplement store. And if you like this video, you will also like some of my other videos where I talk about the healthcare system and how we can improve things. Hit the like button if you like this video, the subscribe button for more similar videos in the future. Do share this video with anyone else who you think may benefit, and we will speak again very soon.